Uh-huh.
Okay, so being that this is your first time into town, you see that going down that the old road that you guys walk on, it meanders into a valley that is watched over by dark, brooding mountains to the north and south. Further down, the woods recede, um, revealing a sullen mountain berg surrounded by a wooden palisade. There is thick fog that completely surrounds this town. Almost as if it's trying to uh, looking for a way inside. It almost looks like the fog is if alive. Um, the dirt road ends at a set of sturdy iron gates with a pair of two shadowy figures standing near them. And planted in the ground and flanking the outside of the gates are half a dozen pipes with what looks to be um, symbols of the sun on them, like balls of kind of like yellow pinata balls with like bright streaks appearing from all of it. What you could presume to be some sort of sun,
Okay.
and there's a 15-foot high wall that encloses the entire town. Um, Pretty much vertical logs that's held together with thick ropes as well as mortar. Each log has been sharpened to a point. And there's a wooden scaffolding that hangs upon the inside with several guards standing on top within the inside of the walls, allowing guards to peer out over the wall. Um, um, upon upon moving forward, uh, you guys make it to the town. You recognize these guards as the ones that initially that are refused you guys when you guys initially came in.
Mm.
Times uh, they stand up straight like, wait, halt, who? Oh, oh, welcome back, heroes of Valakai. Uh, kind of looks to the blue the blue humanoid in the background. Is she with you?
Yes.
I yeah. Devlin, yes. Yes, she's with us. Proven herself more than 1,000 times over. He's like, all right, all right, you can come in. Um. Oh, by the way, um, whenever you get the chance, uh, the Baron wishes to speak to the lot of you. He wants to thank you personally for vanquishing the vampires the other day. And anyway, come on through.
Mm.
Um. All right, so the gates open, leading you guys in to what looks to be rather a rather largish looking town. Again, Amade, being that this is your first. Um, it is there's a relatively heavy population. It's approaching evening now, so the evening life is starting to set in. You can see that guards are there's a lot of guards and common folk hustling and bustling, putting together what look to be decorations. More of those suns as well as other things that you notice from outside the gates. It could be looking like they're preparing for a festival of some kind. You can see that majority of the buildings are in semi decent repair. Some of them are practically rotting from the outside in. Some of them is just walls. But as a whole, it's a hardy people that look to live here. And they make do with what they have. You guys eventually move forward further in, while both Devlin and Astral explain to you, Amadei, like the history, the history of how they came to be here, which pretty much explains that they pretty much explain to you that about a week or so ago they were charged to find some missing some townsfolk that went missing in a local town called Daggerford. The trail eventually found them to some werewolf-like, for lack of a better term, a werewolf, killing older folk and kidnapping younger children. It eventually led them into a wall of thick fog, similar to what you experienced. And they've been trapped here ever since. They've had constant life threat after life threat. They entered a house which turned out to be haunted, and one of their party members actually died. The rest of them were thought to be dead, but a mysterious benefactor saved them. And found upon finding out that that vampire that you guys encountered about an hour ago runs the whole show, and cares very little for his inhabitants. In fact, seemingly delights in torturing them and making them feel fear on a very daily basis. And the worst part is that once you enter this place, you cannot leave. Similar to what you heard several times throughout your very short stay here. That's pretty much all they tell you before you guys reach towards the center of town. Anyway, you guys at this point reach the tavern. And you guys say you want to continue to the chapel. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. So, eventually, you guys reach the chapel. Arena is not there. The priest explains that she is currently in the market right now, getting some stuff. Buying some basic amenities. He happily takes the children on his wing, saying the more help around here, the merrier. He explains where you guys found them, and he assures you guys that he will take the best care of them. Before you guys do leave this place, Devlin does take the young 13-year-old from Daggerford. All right. Okay, my dear. I know this will probably be difficult for you to remember, but every detail is important. There was one other child with you, a young boy, who was kidnapped along with you. Were you ever conscious? Do you remember where this beast man took you? before the... Do you remember anything at all? Young girl kind of looks up. A lot of fear, fear in her eyes as she goes, "Hey, the the wolfman took me. Said if I made any sort of sound, he would eat me. Took me to this. Forced me to move for a long time. The woods were so thick I couldn't see anything. Then we eventually made it to this cave. There was many different beastmen in there. Smelled horrible. Then this other one showed up. Much bigger than the other ones. Much scarier too. He said that we were given the chance to join his pack. Don't really know what he meant by that, but he made us drink this red stuff. Tasted awful.
Did you drink it?
I didn't want to. They forced. I didn't want to. It tasted so bad. But they made me drink it. Tasted so nasty. It didn't do anything to me. Other kids started choking, falling to the ground. The big one looked at me and said, We'll try tomorrow." Then he put us all in these cages and forced us to sleep. I couldn't sleep. I was so scared. They took the other kids choking away. I don't know where he put them. And towards the night, a girl came outside the cage. She opened it up, told us to be as quiet as possible. She took us out of there. Then I thanked her, but then next thing I know, she turned into she turned into an old person. Then she said that I was her granddaughter and I was to do everything she said. It was too creepy. That's all I remember.
This old lady is one of the ladies we took care of inside that windmill.
The one that shouted at us, yes. The one that said something about master? I don't know. Can't really remember.
Sure.
Devlin, do you remember anything at all about where this cave might be? Kind of scrunches her head and says, "No, but there was a big tower nearby. That's all I remember." Right. Well, do you remember seeing your neighbor, the other boy, with you in there? No. There were so many other kids. There were so many other kids in there. I didn't see him. Oh. You were so brave in there. No. No. No, I want you to be a big girl and stay here. This is a very safe place. See over there? His name is Father Lucian. He'll make sure that you are kept. He'll make sure that you're kept safe. Okay, until we can take you back to see your mom and dad. Okay. Now stay strong. Okay. We won't be long. And with that, both the little boy and both the boy and girl, the boy who hasn't really said much this whole time, kind of gives you all a look, gives you a small smile, and then turns turns into the chapel.
Um, Before we leave, I'd actually like to ask Father Lucian. Uh, Excuse me, Father. Uh,
Hi, my son.
the Has there been any individuals approaching the chapel that seems suspicious recently?
What do you mean, my son? In what way? I
Well,
mean,
in a way that stands out. Um, as far as I believe I told you of our disposition the last time that I'd like Irina to be kept safe, at least for the moment.
oh, yes. Well, none. Well, since you have last arrived here the day before, no one really comes to mind. No. And since you have brought the sacred remains, uh, since you have brought the sacred remains of Saint Enterall back, this place has does have a significant means of protection against things undead,
Mm,
including including vampires and werewolves and the like. So
all right.
keep
Well,
yeah just
we're
keep in mind that this place is definitely well protected against that stuff, thanks to you.
we are leaving for a couple of days. We don't know when we will be back. Uh, I trust your decision on this stuff, and I just like you to be careful. Maybe not let anybody in who you don't recognize.
I will definitely keep that in mind, my son.
And thank you for taking care of the children. We can't really take them where we're going.
I I understand.
Shall we
And
go?
and be careful.
Mhm.
Alright. Alright, so okay, at around this point, it is now officially evening. Um,
Hmm. Let's head back
so
to the inn. Probably discuss what our plans are before we leave tomorrow morning.
Okay,
I
but
Astral kind of looks at I. It's gonna especially be difficult now that Eric is gone.
Yes,
mm,
he was our hard hitter.
I mean, I severely underestimated how powerful he is. Like, when he looked at me, it was as if he was forcing me to accept him as his best friend in the world. No, you think I kid, but I'm serious. It was like, as he was saying that, I was like, everything he was understanding, everything he was saying made the most logical sense in the world. I bar- I barely was able to escape from that. Let's hope that these artifacts have some means of protection against that.
Hmm. Well, let's take a look, shall we, when we go back to the tavern?
Right.
Didn't the guards say something about a duke wanting to see us?
He's a dick.
Mm.
At least as
Yeah,
far as I can tell.
Lovely.
Well, we've never really met him, so we can't really make any judgments.
That is
But,
true, but
uh,
as far as we know, he is a tyrant.
yes, well, yeah, but Amadei, yes, for supposedly the word around town is that it's his philosophy that as long as the residents around here are joyous and happy, and to the point of it being forcefully so, that Strahd won't come anywhere near here. It's as if he believes that happiness the is the strongest vampire repellent there is. He's
That
like a few days ago, he had a wolf's hunt festival, in which, to their credit, they did manage to wipe out a large portion of werewolves, and now it's looking like they are getting ready for another festival, which, if I am not mistaken, it's the festival of the blazing sun or something to that effect. By the looks of it, it seems as if they're almost done with preparation.
Well, we could try and stop by tomorrow. I don't really want to be nitpicking fights right now.
that
I
works
had
for me.
Astral is I and as much of a dick as he is, it would be unwise to annoy the Baron of this place. This is the only sanctuary we have.
Right.
He could, and if he is as powerful and as everyone says he is, he can toss us out of here with a flick of his wrist. We'll we'll need to keep that in mind. But anyway, let's head back in the tavern. All right. Okay. All right. So, Amadei, you
Uh-huh.
you look at all right. So, Amadei, you look at this tavern for the first time. There is some gray smoke that is spewing out from the chimney of this large two-story wooden building. It has a foundation, a sagging tile roof, as well as several ravens, a lot of ravens perching up on the roof. There is a painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance that depicts a blue waterfall.
Mm.
Blue water, you said?
A blue waterfall.
Okay.
This is known as the Blue Water Inn.
Am I on the right tab? I have a black screen.
I do too.
Do I have? You sure?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
why do you guys have a black screen? Okay. Hey, how about now?
Still black.
Yeah.
Hey. I do not under. Okay. Says on my end that everyone sees everything.
I just reloaded on the screen and it's still black for me.
Yep.
All right. I apologize. All right. Well, nothing is better than the power of imagination.
I'm gonna approach the bar if Erwin is there.
All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. So. Yeah. Eric is once again. It is the evening time, so there are a lot of patrons out. A lot of patrons within the bar. Yeah, Amade, you see this large brute of a man behind the counter with salt and pepper hair, long beard, burly physique. Just serving drinks and what looks to be some sort of stew as well as some form of meat to various patrons around the bar. Like, Elkias, I trust you are successful in your expedition today.
We are. Not without casualty.
Alright. So,
We have something to talk about once you have the time and this place has died down. A little bird has
aye,
told
well,
me something.
aye, well, alright, well. It is the dinner rush. It is the dinner rush, so, give it about an hour or two, and I'll come back around to talk. And in the meantime, can I get you ladies and gents some supper?
Yes, we need supper. Not supper. Supper, and supper and
Well, if you're looking for suffering, just walk back outside. I'm sure you'll find plenty of that.
very humorous, good sir. Yes, I need some supper for me and my friends here, and uh, well, I guess I'll slip in a few. So I'll pay him like 5 gold coins, just so that it'll pay for more of our stay here.
He takes it. Gives you a nod and a smile, and rushes off behind the kitchen. And eventually, um, a young lad of about 12 years old comes back and hands each of you guys some steak, some steak as well as some very small looking potatoes.
Hmm. You still got any more of that wine, or are you running out?
Uh, We are. We have. I have enough. About a couple more days, but after that we don't have. After that I won't have any more.
Mhm.
Just remember, keep it in mind. I will definitely make it worth your while. And he kind of goes back, tends to some other guests.
Mm. While we're here, I guess it's time to get you caught up in things, Amade. This this owner here of the tavern, we've managed to befriend him along with a couple of people in town. Another uh person that's named Rictavio, a half elf looking bard, and the priest in town as well.
Yeah, I did notice that the priest was very thankful y'all stopped other vampires. Did I hear that right?
Some. Yes, there was some. Yes, the local coffin maker across town was threatened by Strahd to give shelter to some lesser breed, I guess you can say, some lesser breed of vampire. It was a difficult battle, but we managed to kill all of. Um, they stole some holy relics from that some very holy relics from that temple. And with them returned, there's the priest says up and down that that is now some form of protection from undead within the chapel now. So
Oh, that is
there's
nice.
something at least. And
Yeah. And this Rictavio you mentioned, you said he's a bard. How did y'all meet him?
Well, the man, apparently, from what he revealed to us, is actually a vampire hunter. Um, he seems to work alone and does not really want to work with us, other than giving us some useful information.
Okay.
he's supposedly he's supposedly this famed vampire hunter, slain countless vampires. Had two apprentices that at one point. One supposedly died. The other disappeared, and that seemed to, from what I see, almost look to break him. Um, Means if a vampire of his vampire hunter of his renown is, I don't know.
And what is the barkeep mentioned you? He offered you to do something, keep something in mind. What when you mentioned the wine?
Oh, oh yeah, he as as a thanks for as a thank you for him assisting us. Sometime in the past, we offered to do a job for him. There's he apparently he is the apparently he is the owner of some great a great vineyard, a great family vineyard, about a day's journey west of here, and a couple of weeks ago the shipments stopped running, and he would like us to look into that, see why the wine shipments have stopped.
From the looks of it, they're running out of time. I mean, we're headed that
I
way.
mean, it. I mean, it is. I mean, it's. I mean, it's just wine. We do have more important matters to attend to, but then again, it is damn good wine.
There might be more to this thing than meets the eye.
Yeah, with werewolves and vampires running around there, and the hags they just fought. So could be anything stopping it
You said
from coming.
they haven't gotten a shipment in weeks. That's
But
got to be something.
up.
Yeah, that does have to
Well,
be
it
significant.
say that again.
I said it does have to be significant if they haven't had anything in weeks without any forewarning.
Yes, that's what I think. Erwin did say that he's got a bit of a falling off with his father, but even so, running a business, I don't think a simple fight would cost this much.
And well, who knows? His problem might lead us to another one of the artifacts.
It very well could.
From the clues we had, we
I,
know
oh
one.
yes, we have one here, and she shows up the journal, and I'll begin I'll begin I'll begin reading this tonight. See if I can't glean anything.
Mhm.
Um and, let me see. And as for the other clues, um there's supposedly a weapon that can hurt Strahd. Um, is the wizard's tower on a lake. The servant guides you to the weapon. Um, then there's supposedly a some sort of holy artifact that burns Strahd. Um, and the clue for that was there is a fallen house with a stone dragon. Look to the highest peak. Um, then there was also a potential ally that could help us in this fight. Um, then is and the clue for that was a fallen paladin of a fallen order lingers like a ghost in a dead dragon's lair.
Mm.
And those are all those are all the ones that are of importance.
We know for sure the location of at least two of these. The question is, what is our priority right now? Because I believe we should find the sword as soon as we can. That might be the only chance we have since Strahd has given us uh, a week for our lives.
Well, I,
Yeah, I mean, if you know where it is, then that does seem like a priority to get since we have been threatened by him.
Now
well,
the place that we asked Rotavio about this place, and he's mentioned that this has been an old wizard's tower. Um, that is the wizard is turned into a, I believe, a lich, and We
Oh,
don't know what sorts of stuff is inside. We've got to be very careful.
Right.
If you
If there's anything I know about wizards, I know that they're crazy bastards. We need to be careful. Possibly no, incredibly likely that there is some sort of magical enchantment surrounding it.
Amade, I know you're some sort of divine um magician or
druid.
of sorts. And is there any way for us to be able to get through this um with the guidance of your magics?
I would be able to help heal you and get other information. I don't
Mhm.
see how I could not help.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to say
But
it. Like I'm trying to say it in like game words, but what I'm saying basically is um I know you're a divine caster, so you can prepare spells each day.
Hmm.
Um and yeah, I'm just basically saying whatever it is that you can help us with, you might want to do that.
Yeah.
like you're preparing your spells. Yeah, that's what he means. Kind of difficult to explain that in game.
A little bit. Yeah. I could do.
All right. Well. All right. Well. Anyway, I'm tired of. I'm. I'm tired. I'm tired of drooling on this stick. Can we dig in, please?
Yeah.
I thought you hated that steak.
What do you talk? This it's starting to grow on me. I mean, after eating beet stew for so long.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you should try Ismark's Big Mac sometime.
Uh, yeah. Amidate, yeah. There was, yeah. To explain that joke, there was in the previous town, the Baron was known as the Burgermeister, the master. The the party unofficially dubbed him the Master of Burgers.
I mean, you know.
He was about to shut up shop.
But
Gotcha.
but anyway, uh, all right. But so anyway, you guys eat. It's fairly tough, fairly tough steak. Um, um, yeah, Amade, go ahead and make me a nature check.
Okay.
Oh, all right. First roll of the night. That's promising. So looking at this cut of meat, the grain size, the grain size of the meat, the ratio of fat to actual meat, its smell. You're eating wolf meat.
Okay.
I mean, I guess being a druid, you wouldn't be bothered by that, but
No, not
Yes,
necessarily. Not her tribe, at least.
All right. So
Well,
anyway,
they do eat fish, so it should be okay.
all right. Well, anyway, so all right. So before long, an hour passes. It begins dying down. It is now fully dark outside. Um, there are and all of the patrons begin to leave. Um, leaving for the night. Save for about a couple of patrons in the corners. Some nursing mugs, some smoking, that sort of thing. And before long, Aaron comes out, pulls out a chair, sits by all of you. He's like, so, uh, you mentioned you wanted to talk to me.
Yes. Owen, you know me. I'm not one to mince words. Uh, Octavius mentioned to me that you are afflicted by something.
Kind of gives you a very his he instantly becomes very guarded. Oh, in what way do you mean?
Form of a curse. One that is of a were form.
Uh, so he went and decided to blab on me, huh? Well, you guys saved this town on more than one occasion. You are doing a favor for me. I guess I'll trust you enough with this, but not here.
Hmm.
Not with pride, no. He goes and looks to go upstairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. And the rest follow suit. All right. He eventually goes to what looks to be the master bedroom. You can see his what you can best guess to be his personal bed. Um, there is a matching end table. There is a matching end tables that flank a large wooden framed bed with a red silk canopy. There is across from the bed. There is a very large tapestry depicting a beautiful mountain valley. On the outer walls, they're dominated by a fireplace and a wardrobe. Um, and kind of kind of looks to so he will go out, close the curtains, looks to you and just just put his hands across his chest. All right. So What exactly did this bard tell you?
Oh, he seems fascinated uh, at what you're doing here. He does not know. He said to me that you seem to have your own problems with Strahd, but he does not seem to know what your true intentions are.
Yeah, everyone, everyone here hates Strahd. It's not exactly a big secret. I mean, look at the Baron. He's more outspoken to it more than anyone. It's a game pretty much.
The Baron's an idiot. You think Strahd would stand by as he mocks him? This
Uh,
person that has slain a dragon would just sit there and let him sour his name. I think Strahd is doing something in this town.
I All right. Okay. Real quick, as you guys are saying this, what is everyone's passive perception?
15? Yeah, mine's 15.
Okay.
Mine's
Okay.
16.
What about? Okay. All right. All right. As you guys are hearing this, you Ambiday, you hear a slight creaking coming from outside. No one else seems to notice it but you.
Well, Devlin should be able to. Or she has
Oh, and Dev, yeah, she has like a 21. She has like a 21, a 21 passive perception or something like that. She kind of. Did anyone hear that?
I did. I think someone's at the door.
No, that didn't come from the door. That came from the window. Kind of. So Devlin slowly walks up. Slowly opens the curtains, looks around. Don't seem to. Must have been the house settling. Yeah, must have been the house settling. Well,
Why didn't you
anyway,
tell me my thing?
all good, Emily?
Sorry, one second. My roommate started talking to me.
All right, we'll wait. All right.
Yeah, no, I'm okay now. Sorry.
All right, all good. Okay. All right. So, meanwhile, yes. Yeah, I don't see anything. Yes, must have been the house settling. Amade, you want to take a look, or are you good?
Amade will take a look.
All right. All right. Make me a perception check. Okay.
So that happened.
Are you hacking the
No.
site or something?
No, I swear to God.
Don't waste it all on skill checks.
Okay.
I know.
Oh.
I'm worried.
Okay. Um. You looked You look around, you look up, you look up, you look down. You didn't seem to notice anything either. It must have it must have been the house settling or something.
Okay.
Um well, anyway, Eric, continue.
Okay,
I
so
lost my train of thought. Where was I?
Yeah, I was mentioning to Erwin that Strahd might be doing something with this town, considering the mayor seems to think that he's got everything under control.
Well, well, you're well. He was planning something, and you put a stop to it with the vampires. No, he provided that was his only plan. But
So what is it you're doing exactly? Because this is not the first time we've encountered the Raven. I don't
uh,
know if they are your kin or they're simply just ravens hanging about. But it seems like every time we see the first time we saw a raven, we saw it in uh in the mill, and it almost felt like it was warning us of something.
make me a persuasion check.
Fuck. 11.
Man,
We're like the
I,
one group with no charisma.
I mean, mate. Yes, I, I do. I mean, I do enjoy the ravens, and the ones that do live around here are indeed a lot, smarter than normal. It's definitely a possibility that it could have been mine.
I
But
don't know what you're doing or what you're even planning, Erwin, but you know what, you know where I stand for, at the very least.
I do.
I've not ever been trying to hide that, at least since we met.
Make me another persuasion check with advantage.
8.
Well, not very. You're not very good at communication, are you? But
I'm not. I told you I'm straight to the point.
but you have I you have you have shown your animosity against Strahd. Um, but in all fairness, it could be a big convoluted scheme, a big act for all I know. I mean, I've known I've known the coffin maker for years, and I never would have expected him of all people to be harbinging vampires.
I understand.
But
Well, you'll find out soon
if
enough then, I guess, if your family would ever be in danger.
but But I will say this. My, f- my father, bastard though he may be, is is has quite the nose for this kind of stuff. If you help, he owns, or he is the one, and he is the one in charge of the winery. If you go to, if you go to him, and I I find out from him that you are as you are indeed the people you say you are. I will explain to you. I will explain to you everything.
What is your father's
That's
name?
yeah. Yeah, you'll know him. You'll know him. You'll know him when you see him. He's this he's this old bastard of a man named Davian.
Alright.
Help him out with his problem. I have I have my ways of communicating with him, though I very much don't like doing it. And if he confirms what I already suspect what you ought to be, then we will have no problem. I'll be I will I'll explain to you everything, and I will assist you as much as I can. More so than what I've already have.
Hmm.
Does that sound fair to you, Arceus?
That sounds fair to
And
me.
and what say the rest of you?
That
Aye,
sounds
that's
good.
alright. Seems seems it seemed Astrid kind of gives a deep sigh. Seems like every damn person around this place has some sort of extreme secret, and a double life. One where what we assume to be one person is actually another person entirely. That's pretty much, with the exception of Irina. I think everyone else has some extreme mind blowing secret. Eric Eric kind of gives him. That's the way life works around here, my tiefling friend.
I believe you mean Astro. Rick is not here.
That's what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, Erwin. Even Irina has her secrets. Oh, we have a big day tomorrow. I suggest we get some rest.
Aye. Aye. All right. Devlin kind of looks at. All right, Hemiday, you're with me.
Okay. Lead the way.
All right. Is there anything you guys want to do, or any last minute things you guys want to do before you guys go to bed?
Well, I guess we should
No.
discuss what we should really do, because right now I'm still hesitant with meeting the mayor. Um, I feel like if we get at least either one of the other treasures, that it could be some sort of a little bit of a safe net. Not really, but kind of like a little bit of an insurance policy.
With the mayor?
The the mayor, he seems to want to give us a reward, for helping the town. At least that's what his guards said.
Well, he meant
He wanted to
he
thank
meant
us.
the guards mentioned that he wants to thank us. He didn't they didn't really say anything about an award, but I mean it is implied.
You don't trust them? Trust that? You think it's like a trap?
It's not that I don't trust Amir, it's that I don't I don't know if do we have time to do these pleasantries?
I mean, yeah, we do only. I mean, starting tomorrow, we only
Like
have we have 6 days.
yes,
That's not a lot of time.
before our talk with Strahd, we had all the time in the world, at least from what we knew. And now we're in a time frame. We don't know how long it's gonna take for us to get to these places and to recover these items.
I mean, I'm fine with not going to see him if that's what you all want. It's not a big deal to me either way, but we also have to be careful not to snub him too.
And that, and as I do, and at this point, Devlin, Devlin kind of speaks out. And yeah, I do come from um. Though I do not like showing it. I come from a noble background as well before I joined the City Watch. Um, I'm I'm familiar enough with people like him. It's if we do meet up with him, it will likely not be a very fast affair.
We don't have the time for that.
Yeah, it will likely not be a fast affair. We have he would want to serve us tea and crumpets and chit chat, offer us rewards, offer us titles within the town, or um, I don't know, something to that effect, and trying to get trying to get himself on our good side. I don't really think we have the time for that.
You only have to have the charisma for politics. Don't like playing
I
games.
mean,
No,
I mean, I could. Astro kind of lets. I can do politics all day long. I mean, pow, it's power, uh, speech, and messing about with royalty and the ladies. That's my forte. Minus the ladies party. I mean, he's a big old dude, so I don't know. Never tried my charm on a baron before. Could be fun if we want to go down that route.
I'm, I mean we
Hello?
just
Yeah, we can hear.
yeah.
We could
What were
revisit
you
this
saying, Emily?
idea.
What were you saying, Emily?
Um, I mean I don't know if we want to try and charm him, but if I mean the main thing is that if we don't go see him, is that going to cause issues if we come back here? Since he's going to know that we're back.
Well, I don't know about you, Amade, but I can't. I don't really know how to magically charm people. If things get hostile, I can definitely calm his emotions. But
Oh no, I don't
most
try.
I can most I can do is frightening.
Yeah, when
I'm better. Like when it comes to these sorts of situations, I'm better at fear and intimidation more than charm and charisma.
yeah, when I mentioned charmed, I meant more of like a charming person, not a charming magical. So
Oh, well, that works too. um, but anyway, what's our final say? In any case, I do want to go ahead and get started on reading this before we go to bed.
Mhm.
And Devlin pulls out the journal of Strahd.
Well, my
And I
vote is
want to.
we head to the tower and revisit this um once we have at least one artifact other than this book.
I'm fine with that one too, with that decision. My vote will also be to go to the tower.
All right. Well, let's hope this Astro kind of like. Well, let's hope this decision doesn't bite us in the ass later. Well, good night, everybody. Everyone, right, and everyone goes back to their respective rooms. Um, Devlin kind of spends a couple hours reading by candlelight Strahd's notebook. And she will reveal to you guys what she has learned tomorrow. So, night passes. Night passes without much. Everyone gains back their max HP along with all their spell slots and half their hit dice if they spend any. All right. All right. Morning, everybody. And
Walk down the stairs. Uh, and definitely gonna grab some coffee.
Alrighty. Morning, everybody. Oh, this this journal is juicy.
Cars, girls, and diaries. What is new? Tell us what's inside.
All right. All right. Well. All right. Okay. All right. So this is first couple of pages were him from what it looked, before he was human, apparently him and his family were a family of warlords. They came around with their armies and conquered conquered as many territories as they could. Um, but then it gets good. Listen to this. And she reads this out loud. I am the ancient. I am the land. My beginnings are lost in the darkness of the past. I was the warrior, good and just. I thundered across the land like the wrath of a just God. But the war years and the killing years wore down my soul as the wind wears stone into sand. All the goodness slipped from my life. I found my youth and strength gone, and all I had left was death. My army settled in the valley of Barovia, power over the people in the name of a just God, but with none of a God's grace or justice. I called for my family, long unseated from their ancient, and brought them here to settle in Castle Ravenloft. They came with a younger brother of mine, Sergei. He was handsome and youthful. I hated him for that. From the families of the valley, one spirit shone above all others, a rare beauty called perfection, joy, and treasure. Her name was Tatiana, and I longed for her to be mine. I loved her with all my heart. I loved her for her youth. But she spurned me. Old One was my name to her, elder and brother also. Her heart went out to Sergei. They were betrothed. The date was set. With words she called me brother, but when I looked into her eyes, they reflected another name, death. It was the death of the aged that she saw in me. She loved her youth and enjoyed it, but I had squandered it. The death she saw in me turned her from me, and so I came to hate death, my death. My hate is very strong. I would not be called death so soon. I made a pact with death, a pact of blood. Huh?
I think someone was
No.
talking there.
No, sorry, that was in the background. My cat was trying to get my roommate's. I apologize.
Let's see. On the day of the wedding, as I was shooing my cats away from my room as I was reading it, I killed Sergei, my brother. My pact was sealed with his blood. I found Tatiana weeping in the garden east of the pool, east of the chapel. She fled from me. She would not let me explain, and a great anger swelled within me. She had to understand. The pact I made was for her. I pursued her. Finally, in despair, she flung herself from the walls of Raven and watched everything I ever wanted fall from my grasp forever. It was 1,000 feet through the mist. No trace of her was ever found. Not even I knew her final. Arrows from the castle gods pierced me to my soul, but I did not die, nor did I live. I became undead. Forever. I have studied much since. Vampire is my new name. I still lust for life and youth, and I curse the living that took them. Even the sun is against me. It is the sun and its light that I fear the most, but little else can harm me. Even a stake through my heart does not kill me, though it holds me from movement. But that sword, That cursed sword that Sergei. I must dispose of that awful tool. I fear and hate it as much as the. I have often hunted for Tatiana. I have even felt her within my grasp, but she escaped. She escaped. She taunts. How she taunts me. What will it take to bend her love to? I now reside far below Ravenloft. I live among the dead, sleep beneath the very stones of this hollow castle of despair. I shall seal the walls of the stairs, that none may disturb me. So, it appears. I assume Strahd to be a more complicated man than that. It appears that he did all this just for all for a girl, all for love. Did not expect this coming from him.
Sometimes it drives you crazy. That might be what happened to him. Crazy enough to kill his own brother.
Well, at least we know. At least we know now that that weapon, that weapon that the lady spoke of,
Will help.
the weapon that the lady spoke of, it now it appears to be a sword of some kind.
If it is the same sword, we might just have a chance.
But here's the problem, though. Are any of us skilled with swords?
It depends
I
what
mean,
type of sword it
I'm a,
is. I can use a sword, a short sword.
uh, what about you, Amade? Are you skilled well?
Um,
I, are you skilled with those kind of weapons? I know that druids are rather fickle when it comes to metallic things.
yeah, I'm good with anything similar to a scimitar and a sickle. That's about it.
Well, maybe it'll be a rapier of some kind. But anyway, well, there's no use stalling about it. Do we want to continue now, or?
I think we have all the more reason now to go into the tower and look for the sword.
Yeah, it seems like the best bet is to go there.
All right. Uh, shall we go? Oh, wait, really quick. There is, I mean, do you think I should get more arrows?
I have bolts if you need them. I think we're fine right now.
Oh, do you have a crossbow?
Yes, I have a light crossbow with 20 bolts for emergency.
All right. Well, somehow I don't think 50 are going to be enough. I think I might need more. right. Give me 1 second, guys.
Mhm.
Alright. Well. Alright. Well, are there any last minute purchases that we want to make before we go?
I'm good to go. Not
I'm
buying
good.
that climbing gear yet until we're sure that the other place is really where you say that it is.
All right. Well. All right. Um. All right. Well. Let us go. Let us go then. To a weird wizard. A weird wizard's tower. Tower it is. Okay. So can you guys? You guys can see the map, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So okay. So I don't know. I don't know why it was completely blank for everybody. Um. I'll No, I'll definitely see if I can't try to fix that. It might be due to the fact that I recently acquired the pro subscription. Um, so I might have to reset everything that way in regards to like the dynamic lighting and whatnot. So
Mm. Yeah,
yeah.
if you had that, then you'll need to set vision for the tokens. Because if the tokens don't have vision, each one of them, then you're not gonna see anything.
Crap. Well, I apologize. I don't really like I don't really like the dynamic lighting thing. I got it just so I can add have a more a bigger repertoire of background music.
You could turn it off on the on the thing, right? On the sheets. You can just switch to like regular fog of war.
Hmm. Yeah, well, we're in the middle. Well, I'll worry about that later. We're in the middle of the session. All right, so okay, so you guys are outside. Where do you guys want to go first?
The tower.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So okay. All right. So um. All right. So I will say as you guys leave the tavern, um, you guys do notice a a a very well dressed looking man uh slowly begin to approach you. Slowly begin to approach you. Um. All right. Dragonfire, will you please describe your character?
Well, I'm totally in black. A, a black hat, uh, black garments, black everything. Even my sheets are black. You can to see a long sword on my back and a smaller sword on my side, which I'm pretty much trying to shut with my clothes. And I can say to the characters pretty handsome, but how should I say it? He is a little bit of light on the tan, like he's not seen any sun.
So he's extremely pale.
Well, not extremely, but he's pale. Considering that this is Ravenloft,
Hmm.
I think it's much of a problem since nobody sees the sun. And yeah, he's thin and tall. He's not as tall as Eric, but he's thin. He's not also built like Eric, but as I said, he's thin and tall. And so far, that's pretty much on him. And he has black long hair that's sort of coming out of set under his set into his back.
As you approach, Devlin kind of gives guarded lookers. Can we help? Can we help you?
Yes, my lady. I was told that you had an encounter with an half-elf bard called Rictavio. I was looking for him. I do have business with him.
Oh, well, if you are looking for Rictavio, he does play at this tavern every once in a while, though I haven't seen him for a while.
Well, I have spoken with Irvin, the barkeep, the tavern's owner, and he told me that he has a tent close by, but I was not there. I suspect that he might have gone to his other occupation, to his other place. And he told me
Other
that, yeah, and he told me
other
that
oc-
you might
other
be
oc-
now.
other occupation.
Yeah, besides the bar job, his other job.
Devlin kind of looks at Alcius a little wide-eyed, like,
Erwin's the one that told you about this, you said?
Yes.
"What's your name?"
Well, my name is Kurt. I'm a hunter of sort.
Well, if you'd like to come closer,
Sure.
we'll take you to him, but you'll have to agree to this at the very least. I'm gonna take out my silver short sword because I saw he was like super pale, right? So I'm just gonna tap it on him, see if like he starts sizzling or whatnot.
Okay.
So you want to cut me? Draw my
No,
blood?
I didn't cut you. I just basically put the short sword on top of your skin.
Well, you have to put it on my face then.
All right. Yeah, like I put it right there.
Okay. Okay. So, all right. So, okay, Kurt, do you consent to this, or?
Well,
Okay.
if he seems like he's gonna stab me, then I'm gonna take a step back. But otherwise,
Okay.
I will not do anything.
Okay, so all right, so how? Let's see. Are you gonna like? Are you attempting to cut him? Or are you just
No,
putting
if
like the
you're if
flat of
you
the? You're putting like the. You're putting the flat of the blade on, or
if you're gonna have if you want to find Octavio, you're gonna have to concede at least to this.
Well,
no, no, no.
since
Like no. Like, are you gonna like put the flat of the blade against his face, or are you gonna actually like try and cut him?
I'm gonna put the flat of the blade against his face, and uh, I'll try and like nick him very small amount, just to see.
Okay. All right. Give me a sec. Give me a second. While we determine an important role here. All right. So as from what so from as what from what best you can tell, um he does wince a little bit due to the fact that you cut him with a sharp sword like object. um Probably but nothing beyond what you nothing beyond really what you would expect.
Mhm. Alright then. Um, yeah, follow us. We're headed to Octavio's tower. Maybe he's gonna be there. We have not seen him in the bar.
mhm, me neither.
All right. Okay. All right. So you guys, um, okay. So you guys go. You guys. All right. So you guys exit out, and eventually you guys leave the tower. Um, before long, there's a bridge that you cross. And do you go down the northern pass, or the northern route, or the southernmost route?
The
Which
northern
route?
route.
Which route do
The,
the northern way?
I think this is the closer one. Yeah.
All right, gotcha. All right. Okay. Okay, so you guys walked on down. The forest eventually thickens back up. Before long, you guys reach a bridge. Um, in which the road comes to an X intersection with branches to the northwest, southwest, like northwest, southwest, northeast, southeast. There is a lower half of a snapped wooden signpost that is thrust upward at an angle near the eastern elbow of the intersection. The top half of the sign, featuring arms pointing in four directions, lies in the weeds nearby. Um, upon looking closer at this signpost, you can see that there's arms indicating Solinka Pass, Lake Baratok, um, Valakai and Ravenloft, as well as Berez, um, uh, in various areas respectively. Um, and yes, middle of the day. It's originally like 10 in the morning before you guys reach the tower. Not not that long of a walk. Not even 2 miles away. Okay. Okay, so you come to a cold mountain lake enclosed by misty woods and rocky bluffs. There is a thick fog that creeps across the dark, still water. The trail ends at a grass-covered causeway that stretches 100 yards across the lake to a flat, marshy island with a stone tower. So the tower kind of jets into the lake a little bit. This tower is very, very old-looking and decrepit. There's collapsing scaffolding clinging to one side, where a large gash has split the wall. There's very worn down looking griffin statues. Both their wings and their flanks completely covered in moss that perch atop the wall. And also interestingly enough, parked near the base of the tower within the site of the entrance is a barrel-topped wagon that looks to be completely spattered in mud. And that's all you guys can see.
Spattered in what?
Mud.
Mud.
All right. So, what do you guys do?
I'm gonna look around, see if Rictavio's hanging about.
Make me an investigation check.
$20.
Okay. All right. You see. Here what. Let's see. You see here what looks that there is a set of footprints. Footprints coming from the tower to the wagon, like it looks to be just one set of footprints coming back and forth between the tower and before the tower and the wagon. Before heading back in the direction and the way you came.
So it looked like this person went outside the tower, went to the wagon, and then walked out towards the forest.
They looked from looking at it, they look to have stopped. Looking closer at it, you don't see any mud or anything like that. You don't see any mud or anything like that with on like the steps leading up to the tower. From what you can see, they seem to stop about a foot away from the actual tower itself.
Okay, but the direction that they're walking, right? Like, because you can tell it from the shape of the footprints.
Yeah, like back and forth from the tower to the wagon.
Okay, and then
like several times.
And then we see one that just comes out towards the forest. You said.
Yeah. One. No horse, strangely, just looks to be on foot. By the way,
We cannot see anything.
It's black.
Okay. All right. Let me try something.
Maybe open and close.
No, it is on my end. I'm sorry about this. I'll try and fix this before next week. Like as I said, I just got the pro version, and I'm still working out the. So, power of imagination is what we used before computers. So,
You can turn it
so,
off easily. You don't have. You can turn it off easily if you just go in the map settings. It doesn't take long.
okay. So settings. Get my settings. Experimental. Play a little. Trap. Don't have the dynamic.
Yeah. So on the page that we're on, when you hover over it, right, there's a gear. It says page settings. When you click on it, just uncheck the dynamic lighting.
Oh.
And then if the fog of war is not enabled, it would like show everything. So
Says
want to just
okay. It says the dynamic lighting is off already.
yeah, that was weird then. Well, on the page details, not on dynamic lighting itself. Like on the
Page.
first, so when you open page settings, it's on the page details. When you scroll down, there's the dynamic lighting and then enabled. Because it might still be on the legacy. I know they don't automatically update it.
Advanced Fungal War will be updated then. Alright, dynamic lighting is off, disabled. Movement restrict. Movement. Grid enabled. So with Fog of War. Okay, dynamic off. Can you guys still see?
Yes, we can see it now.
Oh, you guys can see it now?
We can see everything.
Yep.
Okay, well, okay. Alright. Oh. There we go. Okay. You guys can only see the bottom now?
Yeah, only the bottom.
Okay. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Whenever
No.
I will, let's see, yeah, whenever I will, like, I just got this, like, yesterday,
Oh,
and
good,
whenever
man.
I have the time,
I know a lot of
Whenever-
people get confused with the dynamic lighting.
and whenever I have, like, more confidence, I'll play with it. I will play with it a bit more, see what it does, and how to not prevent that kind of issue again.
Matt Colville has a lot of videos about.
Yeah,
this.
I will definitely look at that. Okay. All right, so back to it. Okay, so anyway, continuing. All right. So, how do you guys want to approach this? It's a very old-looking tower.
Well, I think we should not.
Do you know if this is Rictavio's card?
I don't know. The man is quite secretive. From what these folk have told me, that he's
I
had
do know
a
he had a good horse, but I don't see any horses.
yeah. From what he's told me, from what these folks have told me, that he had a wagon back in Valaki.
Mm-hmm.
doesn't make sense for me to have two wagons, but might be his.
It's
Maybe-
still weird that there's
Maybe,
not a
maybe,
horde.
maybe this isn't even his. Maybe it's some other adventurer type.
Can I take a look at it?
Okay. Yeah. Looking closer at it, under layers of mud, this wagon sports a fresh coat of purple paint. Its wheels have a fancy gold trim. There is a brass lantern that hangs from each corner, and there are red drapes that cover a tombstone-shaped window on each side. There is a steel padlock that secures the back door, hanging from which is a very cheap wooden sign that reads "Keep Out."
Yeah, I believe that's definitely Rictavio's.
I'm gonna approach the door. Does it
Okay.
have any like knobs we could use to knock?
Oh, yeah.
Before that, can I cast Find Traps?
Fine. Yeah, sure. Sure.
To make
Post-
sure there's none like on the door or anything?
Find traps. Let me. Sure. You cast find. Yep, cast find traps. All right. On the door.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh,
I
within
just wanna make
120
sure
feet.
that-
Okay. Okay. So, as a matter of fact, you sense, two trapped areas. You sense that there is a set of protective explosives coming from within the wagon if you unlock it the wrong way. A set of major explosives. And you also detect some very, very powerful magical protective enchantments coming from the door of this tower.
Some just magical enchantments from the door. You said?
You see that it's, and just more specifically, you get the sense that that the tower is trapped by some sort of powerful lightning spell,
Okay.
like some sort of powerful glyph. Okay, so and upon looking at the door specifically, this is what you see. A solid iron door with a metallic knocker, on top of which is a connected series of lines with 8 stick figures set around it, and then carved into the door frame above the door is the word Kazan.
Well, Rictavio said he's never been inside the tower. He might have found a way in, or this might be somebody else.
Well, anyway, do we knock to allow ourselves in, or?
We do need to be careful, and she'll like let them know about the traps that she found.
Amade, what do you
Oh.
think of this circle? Looks like a
Um,
ritual.
Can I do an Arcana check to see about that? About the glyphs and
Sure,
stuff
roll
on the
me
door.
an Sure, roll me an Arcana check. Nice. All right. Okay, so upon looking on this, you get the feeling that it might be with your arcana, yeah, with your arcana, with your archaic studies within your druid family, you get the sense that this is a code of some kind to get in, and the stick figures are the key. Like you know that like magic, like glyph magic this powerful, it often has like a if you know like the password to get in, if you know the secret password to get in, the magic will disarm itself for a limited time. And you get the sense that this in particular has something to do with it.
Okay. So she'll explain that to everyone.
It looks like a dance. I don't know, have you done any sort of dancing in the forest? Magical dancing? Is this...
No, not part of my tribe. Sorry.
I mean, I've seen some goblin shamans perform some weird dances.
No, not us.
Hey, what about you? What about you, Khan? You find anything in that wagon?
I didn't look into the wagon. I just
Oh, you're
think
just
that
looking. He's just looking.
yeah, it belongs to Rictavio. It seems definitely like one of his own.
You definitely know a lot about him.
Yeah, we go way back with him.
My companion says don't touch it anyway. It's rigged with explosives.
Yeah.
Well, but about the tower, maybe it's good that you know that Kazan was a lieutenant of Strahd. He was a very, very powerful wizard. And he might be a Lich, but I don't know what happened to him.
How did you come to know about this wizard?
Well, it's common knowledge here in these parts. I was actually
Are you a resident?
Yeah, I'm from around. Are you not?
No.
I'm sure with the mist there's a mist popping around. I'm sure that there are unexpected visitors that come here all the time. I'm sure that's a rather common thing. No, but no, we're not from around here.
Yeah, the mists bring all sorts of people around. But as I told, I'm not from the mists. I was born and raised here in these cursed lands.
Ugh.
And
My condolences.
are you
Yes,
one?
my-
Are you
my-
one of
my
the
d-
soulless
yes,
ones,
my,
or are you with the soul?
Sorry?
Are
Once more?
you one of the soulless ones? From what we heard, some Barovians don't have souls.
Yeah, some don't.
Yeah, I'm asking if you have one.
Yeah, I was born with one.
I don't think I mentioned that detail yet in game yet.
Yeah, you did. It was a long time ago. With the, it was Arena that mentioned it, like way back in the village.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. But I wonder. Arena kind of goes around and
Oh, is she here?
Not-
circles the
Not
wagon.
arena. Not arena.
Not Arena. Devlin. Ugh. Devlin. I'm always getting those two confused. Alright. Kind of looks around the wagon.
I'm gonna back away from Devlin. She might be up to something not good again.
She's
If she's like messing around it.
Like-
I'm a step
Amade just
back.
said it's rigged with TNT. I'm staying away from that shit.
she kind of gets on her knees, looks around. Oh, there's a trap door under here.
Yeah, that may be where the explosives are.
Mm,
Careful messing with them.
How would you get in though without destroying the wagon if it's with explosives?
Well, the
You-
wagon probably has coating inside, so it will not be destroyed completely, but just the site where people try to enter.
Why do you need to bother with the wagon? It's not yours.
I'm curious.
Just be curious about the tower.
Investigation is in my nature.
We don't want to be in a bad spot with Rictavio.
Yeah, well, why don't you investigate the tower? Figure out the front door thing.
Alright, fair enough.
Now
Touch
the sign on the tower looks like, the puzzles that you have to draw without taking your hand out of the paper. The sign looks like that.
Oh, like the house drawing. Like you gotta draw it in
Yeah.
one straight line.
Yeah, without taking your hand out. It's actually pretty easy drawing, but each corner is pointing to something.
If you follow the line, it points
2
at.
and 8 investigation. Oof.
Devlin, you should touch it.
Well, considering that it has an electrical trap, I'm not certain that that's the best idea.
Why would they put a knocker on the door?
To get idiots to
No,
knock.
I don't want to do that. Where are you at? I don't understand what these markings mean. It looks like people doing various poses, but
Are you supposed to touch the people in a certain order? Because
No,
if you
I
start,
think you should do the signs in. But the question is, does the order begin from the left side or the right side?
Astral, you're good with dances. I think you should be able to do this.
it's just like mimic the poses and what I'm doing.
Yeah, the right order.
yeah,
Mimic the
Either.
poses.
yeah, starting with one of the open lines and following.
All right. I'll try.
So, 11 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
All right. He does the various poses. He first starts on the left. He does top. He does the one with both hands up in the air. Left, right. And eventually finishes with both hands down on his side. And all of you eventually hear a as the door slowly opens.
Oh, cool! It worked.
Oh, there you go. It was a dance.
It was
Then he
a
shows-
secret bodic ritual that you don't tell anybody, okay?
It's alright. We seared it in our minds.
All right. Okay, so upon looking inside, there's some rotten wooden beams that support the scaffolding, which groans and creaks with the slightest breeze. There is a series of ladders and platforms that lead to a hole on the northwest wall on the third floor. That's the outside scaffolding. And within, the flagstone floor is completely strewn with debris. And there's a few old crates that stand near the east wall. There is a torn curtain to the south that partially obscures the tower vestige. There is a 5-foot square indentation in the center of the floor that contains 4 pulleys attached to iron chains that stretch up through a similarly sized hole in the rotted wooden ceiling. Standing next to these chains are 4 tall clay statues. Well, doesn't it seems fine enough in here? Everyone, come in.
Are the statues holding the chains, or are the chains separate?
The chains are currently taut next to the floor. The statues are currently not. The statues, they look to be decorative.
Okay.
And they're facing inwards. They're facing the.
Yes. They're facing
Okay.
they're facing the indentation.
Okay.
Well, Astral, you solved the mystery. I think you have the honors.
I don't want to be sacrificed to some lich god. You go.
We don't even know if he's here.
He shouldn't be here. If he would be here, he
Don't
would already destroy the wagon in front of his tower.
Or he could be a skull. How
Yeah.
old is this one?
I mean, if he was here, we'd probably be dead by now.
Mm. Give me a second. I'm having mic problems.
Cool.
Hello.
Sorry about that. Had mic problems.
Hmm.
No worries.
Okay. I know. I need to get myself. Really need to get myself a new pair of earbuds. All right. Anyway, so. I'm getting a feeling that you guys are just trying to get rid of me.
I mean, we could
Why
volunteer
would we do
Devlin.
that?
All right. If I die, I'm haunting you guys for life.
If you die, you're dead.
And the moment he stands within the center of this indentation, looking up,
Oh
the
shit!
these statues slowly begin reacting. They begin moving. They Astral, freaked out, quickly jumps back. Ah! And then immediately, the statues stop moving.
So they're frozen.
Yes, right now they are currently frozen. What
Well,
the? What in the gods? No moving statues.
It's probably triggered.
We had enough. We had enough of them last time.
I mean, think about it this
Well-
way. If you're dead, you escape the Zentarum and Strahd. 2 birds with 1 stone.
I'd like to be a bit more optimistic about my chances. Thank you very much.
As he says that, I'm gonna hop onto the pedestal.
Alright, once again, the clay statues start moving once again. They begin moving very, very slowly, and eventually they begin grabbing the chains at their feet, and then they begin pulling on them. And before long, a solid iron 5-foot platform begins to appear at your head on the second floor. From the second floor down to where you currently are, Alfie.
And I'm jumping out.
Okay. Immediately, the golems begin to freeze again, and
Can I put one of the crate there?
Hmm?
Sorry, continue. It may not be me.
Alright. Alright, so currently the statues are frozen once again with the elevator. About if you reach up high with your hands, you are the tallest people in your group are able to reach it.
Could I try putting one of the crates on the little square platform?
Place one down. Doesn't seem to be any response.
So it has to be a person.
Well, maybe the crate is just not heavy enough.
Can I put
Yeah,
it
it's looking with it. Yeah, you're able to pick it up easily, and feeling the weight of it, you can feel that these crates are empty.
Well, we could probably toss Devlin up there, small enough, if she can reach the elevator shaft.
Kind of gives you a dirty look.
Yeah, or
One of the disadvantages of being short. Can't exactly reach that, Alcaeus.
Yeah, we're tossing you in over there.
Well, who? Um. Well, can are you able to do that, Alcaeus? Are you strong enough?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't think I even.
I can help out a fine little lady with that.
Uh, yeah, she's been outside screaming at that the whole time. All right. All right. So, okay. So, Karen, you're gonna be doing it. You'll be throwing her up there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Make me an athletics. Make me an athletics check.
Athletics. Shit. Yep.
Oh.
Oh,
So
Just like
with
Aragorn.
her, yeah,
Gimli.
with her, with her light frame and your decent build, it kind of takes all of you by surprise as this um as this man is able to easily pick up Devlin and just toss her gently on the elevator, whereupon the golems once again immediately start bringing the elevator down.
Just toss her with one hand.
well, come on! I want to go up. And immediately upon her request, they begin releasing moving the chains once again, bringing the elevator back up with Devlin still on it.
So
Let us know if you see anything.
No, it's very. Oh God, oh God.
are you okay?
It's quite filthy up here. Not a lot of very rotten wood.
Let us know if you see Rictavio or a very old skull.
I don't. Ed, I don't see anything down here. Alright.
Find the
Looks to
sword
be
as well.
Looks to be. No, I don't see anything. It just looks to be living quarters up here. Elevator, go down. Whereas there's no one else up here. Whereas the
At least
elevator
bring the stuff
slowly.
down with you. You're the smartest person in this cast.
Right. Let's see. There's not a really lot up here. There's an old suit of armor, a bed with a matching desk, some tapestries.
Don't go near the suit of
There are
armor.
some. There looks to be signs of recent habitation in here. Someone has been living here.
could be Rictavio.
Yeah.
Alright. But didn't he say that he wasn't able to get up to enter here?
Well, last time we met him, yeah, but he could have gone here and then find out the way to go in.
Well, he has a habit of not telling always the complete truth, just a part of it.
Alright, well, at around this point, the elevator slowly begins. To go down. Evelyn is not inside it. It seems to have once that there is someone on the top floor. It seems now that there is someone on the top floor, it seems to have complete sufficiency now. You just walk from, I guess, what Devlin figure out. You're supposed to, you go on the elevator, say you want to go up, and these statues will bring you there.
And
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna step on it, and I'll say, go up.
All right. So, upon slowly going up, you see that the other floors, there is dust. There's like the second and third floors are completely empty.
Mm.
There is dust and cobwebs that fill this room. The wooden floor is badly rotted and partially collapsed. More than likely not a good idea to end your stop on the second floor, or third floor for that matter. There's time and the elements have all but destroyed this particular chamber. There's a gash in the northwest wall. There's slimy black mildew on the wall. The floor here is completely rotted away. It's begun to fall away. And upon reaching the first floor, you can see Devlin looking really hard, rummaging through the desk back there. This one, to her credit, does have a sign of recent habitation. Though this place does absolutely stink of mildew. It does have creature comforts. There's a cozy bed, a desk with a matching chair, bright tapestries. There's a large iron stove with plenty of wood to feed it. There's some faint light coming through the arrow slit, as well as some dirt-caked windows. There is a wooden chest, as well as an old standing suit of armor. There's and rafted to the ceiling are heavy-looking iron chains that support the tower's elevator platform.
Well, this chest stands out to me, so I'm gonna approach it and Hey Devlin, have you checked this chest out?
I'm getting to that. I'm currently looking through this desk.
Any names on that the notebook-looking thing over there?
Notebook? What notebook?
I don't. There seemed to be a notebook there. I don't know if it is.
Oh, it is. It looks to be. This desk is completely empty. There's nothing in here.
Okay. Yeah, just the drawing threw me off. So.
But no, I haven't looked at the desk yet. Elevator, go down. And eventually the elevator does go back down. It's a very slow elevator. It's about five. It's a very slow and very jerky. It's about 5 feet every 6 seconds. So
Reminds
Okay,
me of
well-
the elevator when I was living in the apartments.
Well, when it comes down, Amadea will get onto it
Okay.
to go up.
Okay. And eventually, yeah, you see the same thing. The first, the second, and third floors are completely rotted and seem to be completely unusable. But and then there's a complete change on the fourth floor.
Are these stairs going anywhere? Maybe up?
That's scaffolding.
Let's see. Yeah, Amade, there's a chest over here. Uh, Maybe you can see if it has straps on it.
Yeah, I guess I'll cast find traps again.
All right. All right. All right. So you do the hand motions to cast the spell, and then it you lose control of it. You know that you used your power to cast the spell, but it has no effect. Like something completely canceled out that spell.
So she'll kind of like freeze for a second and then turn to him and just like, so, possibly bad news. My spell got canceled by something.
Hmm.
I don't know what that means for us, but yeah, I can't tell you if there's traps up here.
Though
Well,
on the bright side, Amade, you do notice that that the wooden chest smells really nice. It has a fine smell of lavender aroma coming from the chest.
Mm.
But the good news is that chest smells delicious.
okay. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm
You will
gonna kick the chest.
All right, you kick the chest open.
Yeah.
Okay, so you kick open the chest. It is unlocked, and it does open up easily enough. Looking into it, you kind of recoil back in surprise. Both you and Amade. Oh God! As there is a severed human head in there.
That was misleading.
Is this the thing that
it
smells
has-
like lavender?
It has. It has been from the smell of it. It looks waxy. It looks waxy, and it looks like it's been embalmed. So that's probably where that smell was coming from.
Okay.
Well, okay. I'm gonna tip over the chest, let that head like roll wherever it pleases, and I'm gonna see if there's anything else inside it.
Nope, that was the only thing in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around the room as well while Devlin's busy
I
with
will
the desk.
too.
All right. Okay. All right, and okay. So two of you roll me investigation, and Devlin will do the same.
Nope.
Okay. Amade, you are way too freaked out over that head to
Amade
like
has a
it. Like you have to.
75% chance of rolling a critical, whether it's a nat 1 or nat 20.
All right. All right. So meanwhile, around this time, the elevator does go back down. Are you going as well, Dracos, or
If
Kern, or
I assume stepping like to step.
you're cutting in and out. You're cutting in and out. What'd you say?
If Astral is not making the first move, then I will step on it.
No, he's not. He's too freaked out by that thing. Okay, and eventually, with some time passes, and you guys eventually reach the top.
So, any signs of Riclavio?
All right, so
We found a head.
Someone you know?
No.
Nope, it was from the chest.
Can I take a look?
I kick him the head.
No.
yep, it's a head.
So, is it a skull or a head with the face?
No, it's like a whole head, like looks to be like fresh from the chopping block.
Mm-hmm.
Give with the embalmment added to it. So yeah, flesh, eyes, nose, mouth, everything.
There's a 19. Find me anything.
Okay, 19. Yes, actually. Looking around, you see. So putting two and two together, you see the desk being completely empty, though there has been evidence of writing on it.
Mm-hmm.
You would guess maybe he did something with the notes. Whereupon, looking at the fireplace, looking upon the fireplace, you do see evidence of notes of paper being burned.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out the paper if there's anything that's left of it, at the very least.
It's there a vast majority of it. It is a very trace amount of it remains. Trace amounts of it remain. Like whoever did this was very thorough in his burning. But you do see like a faint scrap of unburned paper. Regarding the only word that you see on there is Strahd von Zarovich.
Mm-hmm.
Must pay, must die.
I'm gonna show
something
this
like that.
to.
That's pretty.
Sorry, did you say your name, Dracos? I don't remember.
It's Kurt.
It's Kurt.
Right.
Have you Kurt, do you recognize this handwriting?
Well, I do see the name.
Okay. All right. So. All right. So you see the name. You see the handwriting.
Is it addressed to the name, or is it like a sign?
It's a statement. It looks to be like a statement, like Strahd von Zarovich must die, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it roll me an investigation check with advantage.
Investigation. Nope.
Nope. You don't know whose it is.
No. But if I
It looks well, I'll say because he didn't critically fail, it looks familiar. But you don't know if it's actually Rictavio's or not.
Well, it could be Rictavio, or it could be the owner of this tower, so I don't know. But since Rictavio is not here, do we need anything else?
Wasn't there like a weapon, a sword of some kind that's supposedly hidden here?
It's supposed to be. Well,
What sword?
I've been looking for a sword.
Supposedly there's some weapon hidden here.
Is there
We're a bunch of
anything
treasure
besides-
hunters, so we just like to see, some unique and exotic weapons.
Well, Rictavio was after a sword for a long time, but he couldn't manage to find it. And it is said that the sword belonged to someone close to Strahd. And actually that is one of the reasons why Kazan was here. I mean in this land that belongs to Strahd. But it's all hearsay, so I'm not sure if there's any truth on it. Tristan, you should know more about it if you have visited them already.
Well, basing on the reading that I have, you mentioned that it is Kazan.
Mhm.
I'm gonna investigate this armor. I know.
Okay.
I think Emily didn't want to touch the armor, but I'll try and see and look around.
All right. Roll me an investigation.
Devlin should have been here.
Yeah, I'm-
19.
You're doing better than Devlin.
You see, just for the hell of it, because there's a random suit of armor she's gonna look to.
I mean, she's probably gonna touch everything. So
All right. So, upon poking and prodding, like, are you actually touching it, or are you just feeling it, or
yeah, I'm just trying
like
to feel it. Like,
how are
looking at-
you investigating it?
Well, the reading we had was look to the wizard's tower, and then like the wizard's name, and then that was Kazan, and then his servant. So I'm like thinking, can this thing move? Like, can this armor move? It might be his servant.
All
So,
right. So yeah, but
you-
upon
like a clue?
What'd you say, Kurt?
Do you have like a clue about the sword and the tower?
Yeah, I mentioned the reading to you. That's what
Oh, Okay.
well, I don't know if it's really a clue. We got it from
From Gibson?
a reading.
No, something.
Yeah.
No.
And you being a resident here, you're very familiar with Madame Ava, which you suspect that they're talking about.
Mhm. And you say that the servant will show you the sword, give you the sword?
Well, it just said that the servant will guide us to the sword.
Do you mind if I try something out?
Go ahead.
I'm still holding the head, and I'm gonna take the visor out of this armor if it has like a helmet or a visor. And
Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay. You takes you a little bit, but you're able to remove the helmet from the rest of the armor.
Mhm. So it's not moving, right? I'm not getting attacked
Uh.
by the armor.
And by
Nope.
the way, did I find anything with the 19? because I never actually got like an
Okay,
answer.
but anyway, so yeah, and upon clicking on it, you hear a familiar chime. As you realize that you've dealt with these things before. That familiar chime. That's familiar with suits of animated armor.
Mhm.
So you get the gist that this is a suit of animated armor, but looks to be non-active right now. Okay, so alright, so continue. What do you do, Dracos? Or Kern?
Kurt, I'm gonna
Kurt.
put the helmet onto the head, and then put the helmet back to its place. See if it will do anything.
Wait. So you're putting the head where the helmet is, and then you put the helmet back on.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to ram the head into the helmet, and then put it onto the armor. Like there's a head in the armor, so if somebody takes a look, it will scare the shit out of.
Okay, there's now a dismembered head in a suit that's clanging around inside a suit of armor.
But it's not moving still.
I was pretty sure that this was the servant's head. The head doesn't look like someone familiar, right? It's not Rictavio's head, or it's not someone that I
No,
know.
it's no one that you're familiar with.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe we should try talking to it.
Alright, there's what we'll see. I'm just gonna say to it. I'm your
Okay.
master, Kazan. Lead me to the sword.
Upon speaking the word Kazan, you see the animated armor jump up, creaking its joints, stepping around. You hear a rattle. You hear a rattle coming from inside it as the head gets bounced around within its chest, and seems to look down at you and just and stand there. Look expectant.
Guide me to the sword.
All right. Then, okay, so he slowly moves. Boom, 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 boom. He taps a certain button on a certain button on the wall, revealing a hidden compartment. Within looks to be a something some sort of object wrapped in leather and cloth, and then hands it to you, and then stands up by you expectantly.
I'm gonna open the package.
Upon opening, let's see. Right. So upon opening it, you see what looks to be a very ornate looking sword hilt. It is enriched in It is etched in silver. It is etched in silver filigree. All good.
Yep, sorry.
It has a thick leather grip with a silver with a looks to be a silver blue looking sapphire etched in the center, and just seems to be the hilt. And nothing else.
We don't have the blade, but I'm gonna grab it and like put it on my backpack.
Are there any initials?
Okay. Upon touching it, you suddenly get this emotion of fear and anger and confusion that didn't come from you
Mm-hmm.
the moment you touched the sword. Like what? And you confuse yourself for a second as you confuse those feelings as your own, but
And
they didn't come from you.
this is all in my mind, right?
Yes, it's all in your mind. Like everyone sees you like flinch, instinctively upon receiving these emotions seemingly out of nowhere. But crazy as it sounds, it seems to come from the blade. And then
I'm gonna ask it in my mind. What is your name?
kind of and then you get a look. You get curiosity. Curiosity coming from the blade. And doesn't curiosity, and you get a picture. You get a picture in your mind. A picture of the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Picture of the sun, and all the rest of you see now beginning to glow a little bit on the guard. Is that what it's called? Like the thing
The
that
cross guard?
separates the grid, the cross guard. Yeah, on the cross guard. Sun sword.
What? Sorry.
All right. You get. Sorry. It's you sorry. You see on the cross guard.
Yeah.
The name. The name. The word. Name. Sun sword. Just one word.
And whoever named you was quite lame. Does it get
You
angry at me?
get. You get. You get. You get. You get the. You get the. You get the sense of like exasperated agreement coming from the blade. And you get the more you deal with it, you get the sense that it doesn't communicate through actual words.
Mm.
It
So like a
it
pictograph?
communicates by forcing its emotions onto you.
Mm. Well, I guess I'm gonna. I don't know if the sword can see this, but I'm gonna show it like my experiences from my party that died. Since it can force its emotion on me, I don't know if I could, but
Okay.
I will do it.
All right. Yes. Yeah. Um. So yeah, like do you talk to this out loud, or
In my
do you
mind,
like
I'm like
okay,
sitting
so you
there,
just
kind
see
of
so
like.
you okay, so everyone else you just see Alcius just staring at the sword with like for like 10 solid minutes as it explains its entire backstory. It's like,
On this time, I think one of us will approach him to see if he's
um,
all
uh,
right.
Alcius, yeah, Devlin kind of walks up. Devlin, uh, Alcius, are you all right? Kind of taps you on the shoulder.
Uh, I'm fine. I just found a new friend.
Oh
The
God, oh
sword?
God, this place. Oh God, this place is getting to you. You've gone crazy.
But it might share the same feelings that I do, like, at least against the same enemy. I know you guys might think it's crazy, but I think the sword can talk to you in your mind.
Oh God, I think the stress has gotten to him. 5 years living in here. Oh God.
The 5 years didn't
Well,
break me at the
wait.
very least. It was probably you, Devlin, if it did.
Kind of gives you a glare,
Before we
and
decide,
then kind of walks off to pout.
before before we decide he's insane, let's see if it talks to anybody else.
Okay.
Well,
Um,
All
no,
uh,
right.
there are cursed
Okay. So
weapons.
okay.
And there are sentinel weapons. Not that I have seen any, but there are always gossips about them.
I'm gonna ask it. What are your thoughts if I hand you over to somebody else?
You hear. You feel caution. That. If you feel. You feel caution. You feel very much caution, but begrudging acceptance.
Like, I'm gonna ask it. What are you looking for? Like, I see that you're missing your blade.
So you feel. So you and at this point you feel a ramble like a ramble of different emotions, and you feel like this is this is the kind of this is the kind of wielder that the Sunblade is looking for. He's looking for someone you feel heroism, bravery, and uh, ex- prowess prowess with swords. And upon looking at the blade, you can see that is in fact a long sword.
Mm.
Uh,
Well, there's no blade though,
and
right?
as well, huh?
There is no blade.
There's
It's
still
just
no
a hilt.
blade. There is still no blade.
Yeah.
Along with, and you can also feel like, and this one comes rather easy to you, and and incredibly an incredible intense hatred against Strahd.
Listen, son, bro. I I have the same hatred against Strahd, and I have a prowess with a few blades. But if you're looking for very very honorable battles, you're not gonna get it from me. I will use whatever resources I can to take down Strahd.
Creepy. It's like, yeah, I'm assuming you say this out loud.
Yeah.
um. Okay, I think Algius has really lost it this time. Um. Alright, so. Alright. Okay, so you feel a disappointed sadness coming a disappointed sadness coming from the blade, but acceptance and a curiosity to your other party members.
Hmm. Well, I can hand you over to somebody else if you're nitpicky. Um, but not this man since I only met him yesterday or today. I point towards Kurt.
Are you gossiping about me with the sword?
Well, to be
Yes.
fair, we just met today. I'm sure you have your own reservations with me as well.
You sense very general confusion coming from the sword. Um,
I have no interest in the sword unless it belongs to someone specific.
The sword is a means to an end, at least an end to Strahd. The problem is, it seems like this one is quite nitpicky on what is good and what is bad.
well, and you get another feeling coming. You're gonna get another feeling from the sword as the longer you link up with it, the more you feel, the more the more specific its emotions get. You're able to like get almost like simple phrases just from pure emotions.
I mean, I'm assuming
Um,
this also happens two-way. Like, the sword will be able to detect my
I
intentions as
can
well.
I can sense. You could you can sense. Yeah, it can sense your emotions like as if you project them into the sword. Um. All right. Um. Um. This the sunblade sends feels that um it it senses it senses acceptance of your lack of an honorable battle. It it senses that you are of like the sneaky type of rogue type. And it can work with that, but it's overwhelming hatred against Strahd. Like this blade can give you a run. This blade can give you a run for its money on how much it hates Strahd.
Mm.
You can see that killing Strahd is all that it matters to it. At the end of the day, as long as Strahd dies, he doesn't really care how it's done. He would he would like he would like it. He would like to be a duel to the death, so to speak. But um, an arrow to the an arrow. It's this sword is stabbed in the back can do it just as fine.
Mhm. Well, I can give you that for sure if we ever happen to encounter him.
All right, so All right, so I will say that figuring if you want to figure out like the specific properties of the sword, you would need to spend a short rest in order to attune with it to
Hmm.
figure out its personality.
Right.
If you or someone else wants to use it,
Well,
that sort of
we
thing.
we found the sword, but we're gonna have to find you a new blade at the moment. But what do you guys uh think we should do at the moment?
Well, I do like to find Rictavio, but I'm gonna leave him a message to his cart. And what do you intend to do afterwards? Do you have any destination? And I have to say, I appreciate that you showed me the way to this camp.
It's not a big deal. Erwin has trusted you, and can give you a little bit of a little bit of trust. We did just lose our friend to Strahd. We don't know if he's alive or not. Um,
Well, with Strahd, he always likes his games. So unless he killed him on the spot,
No, he did. No, he swept up and he enveloped him in his darkness and vanished along with him.
then I can say that I'm almost sure that you will encounter your friend once more, but I'm not sure if you will encounter him as a friend or a foe.
mhm. Well, Amade, what do you think?
Um, I mean, it'd be nice to have an extra pair of
breaking
hands to help us.
Wait, hold up. Say that again. You heavily broke up on us.
Can you hear me? Is this better?
Yep, yep.
Okay. It'd be a good thing to have an extra pair of hands to help us. For when we do face Strahd. But we really need to find somebody to replace that blade.
Upon like blade replacement, Alcius, you sense confusion coming from the blade.
Yeah,
Upon like
I tell him,
you
well,
guys
you
repeat, you
don't have
guys
a blade.
repeated. You sense amusement coming from it.
Well, can I break here meta a little bit? I would say Devlin would respond. Have I ever read anything about this?
Yeah. Have I read anything about this sword before? Let me see if I've read anything about this sword before.
How many books have you read? Jeez.
I mean, it's very deep lore. I mean, this place is pretty much in another. It's from what you guys gather by now, it's in another plane of existence than the forbidden, forgotten lands. Um, and there's been like and you guys. She doesn't really she wouldn't really know. I would say you would need like a 25 or more in
Mm.
order to figure out
I mean, I would have
some
put
stuff like that.
my hands on my ears anyway. I'm not trying to listen to it.
Okay.
Well, I think I'd like to know more about the sword. I know you guys don't believe me that it talks, but are you averse to staying here for at least an hour or so before
Well,
we
No,
go
maybe
that's
we
back?
should
fine.
just go outside
Well,
Not here
this
with
is a pretty
animated
safe
armor.
place to rest.
You know, we have downstairs one of your friends.
That is true.
Hey. Yeah, you guys find anything up there?
A talking sword.
Oh, great! You've gone crazy up there.
Well, he
Well, I
hasn't seen
can't
it.
fix that.
The
Can't fix that.
we could
And wait,
rest downstairs maybe.
is that a naked barmaid up there too?
No, but there was a moving set of armor. Stop now.
All right, that much I can kind of believe. I've encountered moving suits before. Not fun.
Astral, heads up. The I'm gonna
Heads
grab
what?
I'm gonna grab the head and like toss it in there.
You're tossing
Make
the
me-
embalmed head down the
Make me-
elevator.
Okay, you're gonna try and hit him with. Okay.
No, I'm not. Yeah, that's why I said heads up. He's gonna try and catch it. Like he doesn't know what it is.
Make me, make me, make me a ranged. Make me a dexterity attack.
Okay. At 23.
You hear a, doom, doom, doom.
That was in a chest.
I told you heads up.
You bastard!
That's your friend
You hear a lot of
Swing.
colorful curses. Does any of you guys let's see, does any of you guys speak Infernal by chance?
Nope.
No, I don't think it's infernal.
Let me check. I do know a little bit of Infernal.
Well, you understand Infernal?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
So-
know primordial.
Okay, so you began to Astral begins speaking in this very rough sounding language. Lot of hard consonants and very guttural like yeah, and Kurt, your ears begin to grow red at all of the colorful infernal curses that he is shouting at the top of his lungs.
To Alkius. And maybe his mother.
Well, Astro, would you like to come up? I don't think there's a bit of a mess down there now. You didn't catch it.
No, he caught it.
Oh, he
but
caught it. Okay.
he caught it, but there's still a mess down there.
By the way, is the elevator downstairs or upstairs?
It's still upstairs.
Okay. Should we go down?
I would say that.
Oh yeah, I was asking you guys earlier. Are you averse to resting here?
And I will say that the animated suit, as you are moving around Alkies, the suit follows you around as well.
Weird.
Maybe give it a comment.
Go
of
back
that.
in the corner and rest. You've done well.
You see it deactivate. Okay. All right. So what do you guys do?
If you need, you can rest here. I'm gonna go and take a look at Octavio's card.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna try to leave him a message. If you're lucky enough, he will come before you leave. If not, you have to tell me where do you want to go next, so maybe
Well,
I can
we've accomplished our goal here. I'm not averse to going back to Valaki. Maybe you'd be able to find Octavia uh, as he returns to the tavern. Otherwise, we are headed to Argynvost, the
to the Night Sword.
to the paladin, the ruined paladin stronghold.
Do you know your way around there?
Not really. We only got clues from a revenant.
Yeah. Is he the guy from the Order?
He said he was from the order.
Yeah. And is he very angry with Strahd?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have met him in your travels, Kurt.
Yeah. Yeah. I have seen him. Yeah. And yeah, I do know a little bit about the Order and the ways to go there.
Mhm.
Just a little bit. I was just on the edge of where they were, but I have never gone inside. It's pretty dangerous, of what I have heard. But Rictavio should know more about that place. Didn't he say anything?
He's only mentioned that the the revenants there might be quite powerful. Same thing that Erwin has mentioned as well.
Mhm.
But we were supposed, from the readings, we were supposed to have an ally in the inside, and from what I was guessing, maybe another treasure. But Devlin insists that this reading speaks of a mountain.
What mountain?
Yes. Yes. The highest peak. What else could it mean?
It said that have you seen a stone dragon around?
Do you mean a dragon of stone or a statue?
Well, that's what I think. I think it's a statue.
Well, there should be one in the order because they were, if it's not a mistake, then they were led by a dragon
Yeah,
knight.
they did mention that that order was led by a silver dragon. I did
Yeah,
mention that to you guys.
yeah.
As he says this, I'm just smirking at Devlin. uh, eh,
What? I mean, it could have. I mean, it still could be the highest peak. I mean, who knows? That might not be the dragon's lair. That might be somewhere else entirely. That might be a hidden shrine up in the highest mountain that I so desperately want to go to.
I know you only really wanted that winter gear. I saw you looking at it, really.
It could have been. It could have been important. We might still need to go up in those mountains eventually.
You could have just asked me. We would have bought it. The I'm gonna look around here and on the windows. You said they were dirty, right? But I'm trying to just
Mhm.
get like, cause we're pretty high up, and the kid
Mhm.
earlier said that the wolf den was like close here, at least to a
She
tower.
well, yeah, she did. Yeah, she did mention. She did mention that they passed a tower. Um, upon. All right. Okay. Um, let's see. So that tower leads directly out into the. That particular one leads out into the lake. All right. Make me a. Excuse me. Make me a perception check.
Hmm. Oh, and by the way, guys, feel free to chip in like anytime. Like I'm not trying to hog the spotlight. 9.
You don't notice anything.
This room's too
Can I
Let
check
dirty.
me
from this window?
let me try. Yeah, you do.
Nice.
And for what are you looking now?
Well,
Cave.
a
Oof.
cave. There were kids that been kidnapped by werewolves.
And do you all have silver with you?
No, I'm the only one that has
We have
silver.
we have one silvered short sword between us.
Well, I do have a silver longsword with me.
We're not planning on going right away. We just want to know.
But you do need silver to fight with the werewolves.
Okay, so
I do have my fair share with them. I just lost my beautiful mare to them.
all right, so okay, so Amadei.
Uh-huh.
All right, so your window is kind of difficult to look through because it is not. All right. Okay, I will. Let's see. Let me move you guys to this. All right. Okay, so looking on the the tower. The tower that Devlin's going through is going this way.
Hmm.
Um,
And mine's this way.
yours is going kind of this way. So, but looking going at this angle,
Yeah.
you can see about a mile off. A mile off there looks to be a cave with a very small looking cave within this mountain over here.
Hmm.
And with a bit of looking, Devlin sees that as well.
That might be the spot. Anything else you see over there, Amida?
Huh?
Does she see anything else from her view?
Oh, also yes. You also see it's kind of covered in forest, so it's kind of difficult to make out. But you also see what looks to be another settlement further down this road.
Hmm. Kurt, do you know of the settlement?
Yeah, you're
I pointed
yeah,
out to
you
him.
know that yeah, you know that town to be Krezk. Krezk.
Cress.
Um,
And any other
yeah,
thing I should know
yeah,
about?
you know, it's Krezk. It's a, it's a, s- it's a happy enough little town, though. It seems to be a bit more genuinely happy, than the town of Valakai because they're the furthest away from Strahd. Um, you know that they are closer to the winery than most, so people are in generally better spirits, primarily due to the wine.
Excuse me.
You also know uh, that within there is a sacred area known as the Abbey of Saint Marcolia.
Mhm.
Another place another place that's blessed by the morning.
Yeah, that's another little town with an church in it, with an abbey in it. It's also like Valakai. Seems like protected from from curses, evil, or that stuff.
Mm.
That kind of thing. It's called Kresk, village of Kresk.
Hmm. Yeah, I just take it this all in, and yeah, if I guess we'll take like an hour here. Kurt will leave a note, as he said, on the wagon.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So,
And
you like
So
put it.
where do we intend? Where do you intend to go after this? To the border, or
well, is it how high is the importance of you meeting Octavio?
well, it's a long time that I have met with him. That I was hoping to see him again.
Let's see. Well, now that we are away from eavesdropping eyes, or eavesdropping eyes and ears, you mentioned you mentioned that you mentioned that you knew of his other profession. Does that
Of
mean you
Victorious,
are of Octavio's profession? Are
well, he is a hunter like myself, and he's trying to hunt Strahd currently, but he will not manage it on his own. And yeah, he lost a great deal of friends to him. Hello,
all right? Hello.
hello.
Hey.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't get your. All right. So once again, Devlin said. Uh, so you mentioned that you knew Rictavio's other profession. Am I right in guessing that you are in this profession as well?
Yes, we can say that.
You're a vampire hunter like him?
I'm more of a monster hunter instead of just vampires.
Yeah, I'm guessing widening your perspectives would probably pay better.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that are lurking in the myths, and mainly vampires and beasts, werewolves, werewolves.
Wait, where rats, where wolves?
Do you hunt
There are a lot
were
of
ravens
there are
as
a lot of
well?
were creatures that I was aware of.
What about were ravens?
Well, I have heard about them, but I have not encountered one so far.
Hmm. So, Amade, how are you liking this place?
It's definitely interesting.
I
Very dreary.
I think well yeah, I guess it's part of its charm. Being here for 5 years has taken its toll one way or another on me. Um
Well, Devlin kind of looks well. It still have a form of humor at least. Kind of looks at Astral, who's currently behind the tower, changing. It looks like.
mhm.
Where's the head by the way?
Think it might be downstairs. Well, if you
Yeah,
don't mind, Kurt, I think we could head towards Argynvost and then make our way back to town. What do you say?
yeah, I
Wait,
can
wait, are we
show you.
doing? Are we doing something? Are we doing something regarding the winery or and Eric and his problem? Or not Eric?
Erwin.
Erwin.
The innkeeper and his problem, or
Well, yes, but I think we could go there. It is a long way. Um, how many days did he
Let's see.
say before he ran out?
Like 3 days, roughly.
It's not much time.
From your position, it's about a 3 mile march.
So within a day we'll get there.
Yeah, like not even like at this point. At this point, like it took you. It took you about an hour or so of walking to get to the tower. You spend another hour at the tower
Well,
learning about the weapon, and it'll take you another hour to get to the winery. So,
I'm gonna ask Kurt. Kurt, are you familiar with the winery at all?
From the town, from Irvin's.
no, like the source, the Wizard of the Vines, or the Wizard of the Wines,
Well, I have
the
heard.
Wizard of the Wines winery.
I think I have heard about them.
Mhm.
There are not many winemakers in these lands.
Well, it seems like they're having trouble. The Erwin has told me that they are running out of wine. If you don't mind, we could just, take a peek in before we go back as well.
Yeah, sure, why not? I'm just gonna decrypt a message for Octavio. And by the way, do you have a piece of paper that I can write on it?
Oh,
Maybe Devlin.
I believe I have some. She takes out a pristine sheet of parchment along with a quill and ink from her backpack. Hands it to you.
Mm-hmm. I do need one more piece of paper.
Okay, long letter. That's cool. Hands another one to you.
Mm-hmm. Then I'm just gonna go to the desk, and with one piece of paper, I'm gonna make a description, a decoding ring of paper. I'm just gonna cut some parts of one sheet and then put it on the other sheet, and in those holes I'm gonna write the message, and then I'm gonna take out paper and just fill the rest with words, and
Okay.
I'm gonna sign it D.
Okay. What is going to be in the message itself?
Well, in short,
You
not
you can you
all-
can you can t- you can you can you can DM me the message if you don't want to put it in chat.
No, it's they can see what I'm writing, and they can see that I'm signing it. It's just in short that I've met with these adventures, and that where they are going, they have entered the tower. They have found a sword hilt that they are gonna stop by the winery, and then going to the order of of the silver dragon.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna fill in blank parts. And somebody is really static at the moment.
Hey, Amade, your microphone is getting staticky. Here we go. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fine.
Sorry
Alright.
about that.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, and then for
Okay.
the
So
rest,
so you
attune to the
okay.
sword.
So you all right. So you encrypt the message. You put it onto the wagon. Then you climb back up.
I'm gonna climb back up. I'm gonna put it. Can I fit it into the wagon somehow without triggering the trap? or maybe on the drop door wagon.
She did. Yeah, she did mention.
Mhm.
She did. Yeah. Devlin did mention that there was a trapdoor underneath.
Can I fit it through there?
It's pretty tight. It's surprisingly secure for a wagon.
So I'm just gonna look around the wagon to see if I can fit it somewhere, and then I'm gonna sign the trapdoor. I'm gonna carve onto the trapdoor the initial D.
Okay. Right. You look around for a bit and you find that are you looking for like a conspicuous place to put it, or
No, maybe like a crack that I can stuff it in somehow.
okay. You can put it like between like the wall and the cushion of within like the driver's seat.
Yeah.
Because like there's a cushion and then there's a bench. You can put it like in between the cushion and the bench. So it won't flutter away by a random gust of wind, but it is noticeable.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right. So meanwhile, Alcius, you finish up your sword. You finish up attuning to this sword. You can see. You notice that it is at first. It looks to be just a sentient blade hilt, but revealing it is it can be so much more. With you can assume to be with excitement coming from the sword. You stand up and you just will your anger within it. For a moment, nothing happens. Then, a bright white light emanates from the sword.
Just got the lights here.
Yeah, you. As this solid beam, of this bright yellow light emanates from the sword. It seems to extend the reach of about the appropriate length of a long sword. It is incredibly bright, and this is what it looks like.
Who says we need a flashlight now?
Yeah. So, if you are proficient with short swords, so Alcius, you would be proficient with this blade because it can be a short sword as well.
All right.
If you are proficient, yeah. So if you are proficient with short swords and long swords, you are proficient with the sun blade. So you gain a plus. It is a +2. It is a +2 weapon. It deals radiant damage instead of slashing damage, and it deals extra damage if it is against an undead creature. And in addition, it emits bright light in a 15-foot radius, and dim light for an additional 15 feet.
So it says if you're proficient with the short sword, but the damage die on this, it's still a long sword, right? Because it said weapon long sword.
You're a sunblade, yeah.
Okay.
If you're you have it is the damage of a a one-handed longsword.
Cool. Well, this is why you were kind of laughing when we said that we were gonna find you another blade.
you sense amusement, and you find yourself giggling at yourself, with amusement, with both amusement and excitement. Hasn't experienced a wielder in a while. So
I'm
well,
just gonna
we'll
make
see.
like lightsaber noises as I swing it, just vroom, vroom, vroom.
definitely going to be interesting how this will play out with a ninja monk, but we will see we will see how that works.
So I can use a bonus action to make it disappear, right?
Yep, you can
okay.
use a you can make a bonus action to make it appear and then to make it disappear.
Cool.
And while the blade exists, the Mesosec sword has the finesse property, so you can use your dexterity to strike with it instead of your strength. It has the finesse property, as proficient if you are proficient with long swords or short swords, if you're proficient with the sun blade. It's for you. It'll be a one-handed long sword.
I'm gonna play around with
it
the light, making it like wide, 15 feet, and then smaller for a little bit. I'm trying to get used to it.
You do need to concentrate. Like it takes your action to expand the blade, and you can feel that there is actual like heat to this blade. It is almost like it is in fact sunlight. You realize that this is the first actual this is the first actual kind of sunlight that you have felt in over 5 years. This is the first time any form of heating light has ever felt, other than fire, has ever touched your face.
All right, gather up everyone
Quite
for some vitamin D.
Okay. All right, so Kurt and Devlin are downstairs. They see a bright light coming from the top of the tower. What the heck is going on up there?
It's like a disco ball.
He figured out how to make a blade.
Oh, oh my God! It's
And
beautiful.
it feels like the sun.
Say again.
It feels like the sun. She's yelling it down there to him because she stayed upstairs.
All right. Well, we've accomplished what we've set out here to do. Yeah, after an hour, we'll leave and set off towards the towards the winery.
Okay. All right. So with a quick thought, you feel a as the blade disappears. As the blade disappears into the hilt, and becomes a normal, a basic hilt again.
Quite handy.
You sense an eagerness coming from the blade, as well as once again that uncontrollable hatred against Strahd.
We will get to Strahd, or, well, after a week, he'll be coming for us. You'll get your chance.
Yeah. Okay, so So, sometime passes, and eventually, you guys do make it back downstairs. You see Kurt. You see Kurt finishing up, putting his coded message within the passenger. The driver's side cushion, the driver cushion, his note for Rectavio. He jumps back down, and Kurt's waiting expectantly. What is the what is the next move? Devlin asks.
We're headed to the winery.
Alright. The winery it is. And I will say we will stop at this for now.
Okay. Cool.
Alright. You guys got the sword and alright, you guys got a legendary weapon. Awesomeness.
And by the way, guys, I didn't
got-
mean to hog quite a bit of the session today.
Well, it's kind of difficult. I'm controlling two player characters. Both Kurt and Amadei are both new additions.
Mhm.
New additions as well. So it'll be. I'll say after next session. Next session will be a bit more equal in its role play and whatnot.
Mhm. And this is the first session without combat.
Oh yeah. Primarily investigation and intrigue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That Devlin
Yeah.
Devlin lost
Yeah.
her chance to shine.
The one session. Man, he's gonna be so mad. the one session. The one session where she gets on. She's gonna get so mad.
Like that tower is like that one place where she would like definitely shine.
But I mean, there's other opportunities for her as
I
well.
mean, Castle Ravenloft. Feel free to.
Oh, God.
Alrighty.
If she gets lost in there, not gonna try and find her.
Man, I feel so bad. But alrighty. Well, in that case, good session, everybody.
Mhm.
Really good. We were able to get a decent amount of gun. You were able to find another piece.
Yeah.
Another piece against Strahd. Next week will be the winery. What
Mhm.
goes on around there. I will see you guys next week.
Now I will since I got this weapon, you guys can all take dibs on the cloak of protection. I will withdraw from that one if Astral dies.
Alrighty then.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Okay. Good session, everybody.
All right,
Good luck.
All right, good session, everybody, and I will see everybody next week.
all right. Good night, guys.
Okay.
Take care.
All right,
Bye.
good night. Bye.
Night.